Now Charlie Kirk. You know, everybody's wondering about Charlie Kirk. Everybody's got a theory on Charlie Kirk. So
yeah, well, there's so many people. There's so many like ex-military dudes talking about how like there's no way that round from that matches that gun, and if it's a 30-06, the entry wound in the neck, there would have absolutely been an exit wound.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. So here's the theory. Again, this is what me and John kind of discussed. Is all right. So they're saying that shot was from 143 yards or something like that, right?
Yeah.
All right, 143 yards. Again, we've got the acoustics from two different camera systems that were on the left and right side of Charlie Kirk facing the audience, right? Mm-hmm. Based on the acoustics, right? The acoustics said that shot came from 74 yards and not 143 yards to his front. So when you do the intersection, it shows that 74 yards, not out here at 143, right? It actually in front of some trees, not from the trees, but in front of the trees. Mm-hmm. All right. They say there were no drones, but we have video of drones, and actually there's a video of a drone flying right in front of Charlie Kirk, away and upward at the same time the shot's fired.
Really?
Yeah. And so we looked at the drone, and what we found was there's a particular drone out there. It's got kind of like a hull shape to it. It's about that big. And you can weaponize drones now. You can, easy peasy, right? And not only that, you can install AI, so facial recognition. It will 100% pick your face out of 1,000 people every time, right? At different distances. And here's what the theory is. The theory is that drone was armed, had facial recognition in it because you could see it. So if I'm Charlie Kirk facing the audience, it flew over my head just like this, went just like that, and then the shot was taken. And it's out of the picture. It's so fast, right? We've actually seen it flying around a couple times in there. Now, here's the crazier part. So the U.S. government has two, they're like G5s, right? These fixed wing ISR birds. And apparently they're trying to sell them now. Wonder why. But anyways, these birds, they're ISR platforms, but they're also capable of delivering drones, right? So imagine a G5 jet that can deliver a drone, and I'm assuming recover a drone, right? So here's what happened. On that same particular day, before the shooting actually happened, one of those aircraft flew from somewhere up north, like, I don't know, maybe Idaho, flew south. It dropped from 14,000 feet to 200 feet AGL, right there around the university in Utah. Dropped to 200 feet, did a loop-de-loop, and then lifted back off, right? 20 minutes before Charlie Kirk was killed, that same aircraft was coming back, dropped down to 200 feet, did a loop-de-loop, and went back north, right? So again, John was able to get all the communications from the control towers at the time, and what they couched it as was a missed landing. Twice. Why? How's it a missed landing? You didn't land anyways. You just kept on flying, right? So, but that's how they framed it. It's a missed landing, a missed approach, right? And it took off. The theory is, again, this is me and John's theory. The theory is they delivered a drone, or maybe multiple drones. They came out. They probably landed somewhere and sat dormant until it was time to pull the trigger on it, right? And then they came back and recovered that drone and flew away with it. And so, I know that sounds like a far-fetched, but right now the acoustics are saying 74 yards, not 143. That would put it in front of him, in front of all the trees, right? We see the drone zip up, same time the shot happens, and you're right. A round from a 308, 30-06 is going to, at that range, is going to go through and through. Especially right, it's just going to keep on going.
There's no like freak chance that it could like divert, hit the spine, and go down like the other guy said it did?
No, that round, no, because you can see it's just a flesh wound, right? I mean, right here.
Yeah.
It didn't hit shit. And even if it went through a spine, most likely it's going to exit out the other side. That's a pretty fast bullet. That's about probably close to 3,000 feet per second. The other thing the question I have is, if you look at the backdrop, right, where he was sitting, there's no spalling there. There's no blood splatter. There's no fragmentation. Right. There's no bullet hole. There's nothing there.
No, there was even a camera angle released from behind him, and there was zero blood.
Nothing there, right? So that, you know, that doesn't in and of itself doesn't prove anything, because maybe the angle it went off and maybe went into the dirt somewhere, nobody bothered looking for it. I don't know, but there's a lot of weirdness about this thing, especially the impact. On the backside, there's no impact. Nobody seemed to do an investigation for the bullet. Nobody actually talked about the bullet. Right. And then if you look at you know, that weapon he had, you just don't take it apart like for example, an AR-15. You know, like take out two little bolts and fold it up. That takes a while to do. In fact, it usually takes a bench rest to break the nuts on it with a tool. So he's going to take time to do what? Break that down and then put it in a backpack and then climb off the building and then reassemble it in the woods. None of that makes any sense. None of that makes any sense. And so I'm of the theory that, and so is John, the kid was just, again, a patsy, because he was probably already selected a while ago, because there's something I didn't know. This was John explained it to me, and I guess you can Google it. I looked it up finally. They have what's called information reduction teams, right, in the Pentagon. There's like 60,000 of these people, and their job is to analyze certain areas and create potential scenarios and or patsies. And so in this case, they go, you know what, we got to kill Charlie Kirk at this place. You know, let's find a patsy, a guy that would fit this profile that we could do, and they do it. It's called information reduction teams. I didn't know that was such a thing, but apparently there is. You can Google that one too.
Information reduction teams.
Yeah, and apparently there's an army of these things, like 60,000 of them. I didn't hear about it until John brought it up to me. Mm-hmm. You got that right there?
Recent Pentagon efforts under the Department of War to cut staff and bureaucracy, notably slashing the Defense Technical Information Center workforce by 80%. In August 2025, to refocus on core data management and save money, alongside streamlining cybersecurity training and reorganizing innovation offices for mission focus.
It's just a staffing. It's just about staff.
Interesting.
I
don't know.
So it says it's about staffing and stuff.
I think that's just a cover. But again, I'm not the expert on that.
Well,
one.
I mean, the most obvious thing is like that gun, if it was a 30-06, it would have done way more damage than that. And also I heard people say that if there was a sniper, like a trained sniper that was going to do something like this, they wouldn't aim for the neck, or would they?
Well, just because they aim doesn't mean to hit what they're going to aim at, right? So maybe it was intended to be a headshot. Pulled a little low into the right. There's so many variables.
There's also another theory floating around that it was the microphone was an explosive.
No, that's not. That's been debunked.
And do you know at all if he was wearing body armor? There are some people that say he was wearing a plate.
No, you would see it. His shirt was too tight. You would see if he was wearing any kind of a vest. You would.
There was footage of him right before that where he's walking around and you can literally see his nipples poking through his shirt.
Yeah, he wasn't wearing a vest. It would be pretty obvious. A lot of weirdness on that one, but
who do you think was behind it?
Again, there's all these theories, but I think, again, honestly, I think somebody in the Jewish state took him out, because apparently there was a little rift before that, a couple of weeks earlier. And he decided he's not going to do that. He's not going to oblige these people that want him. They want to give him some ridiculous amount of money too, like $25 million for something. And he pushed back, right? Sticking to his principles. Yeah. So look, it's always, man, like this thing with MBS, right? You know, the Butler shooting. I mean, we can go on and on, right? All a lot of these conspiracy theories are starting to be true, you know?
And it doesn't help when the government just doesn't come forth with the truth. Like, they conceal and hide the information, which enables all these conspiracy theories to just explode.
Absolutely. And when we have real evidence, like the Butler Creek thing, and we have real evidence in Las Vegas, and they're still not talking about it. They're just kind of dismissing it, right?